Okay, we'll call to order the local alcoholic beverage board of Howard County, March 26th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Board members present, Dan Friedenberg.
Joe Martino.
Tom Hobson.
Beth Harshman.
We have 9 items on the agenda. Renewals without violation. We have 2 new applications and 1 transfer application. We'll start by swearing applicants in. If you are here to speak for or against a permit or here for a new or transfer application, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you've given on your application or any testimony you may give or any answers to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? All right, thank you. We'll start with renewals. They are DL 3420256, Beer Wine Grocery Store for Casey's General Store. RR 340740, Beer Wine Liquor Restaurant, Buffalo Wild Wings. DL 34326169, Beer Wine Grocery Store, Kokomo Petroleum. RR 34419444, Beer Wine Liquor Restaurant for Coco Loco. CH 3430263, Beer Wine Liquor Catering Hall for the venue at Brookstone. RR 344138, Beer Wine Restaurant for Azumi Kokomo. And that would be it. If there's no discussion from the board, I'd look for a motion to approve.
I move to approve.
Second that.
Have motion approved in a second. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is RR 34433351, Beer Retailer Restaurant, and RR 34433352, Beer Wine Liquor Restaurant, 210-1 for El Patron. Morning, thank you.
Morning.
And if I could have you state your name for the record, please?
Yeah, Nick Royals with Bradford and Riley, and with me I have Lisa Renette, or sorry, Resendez.
Can you spell your name for me, please?
ANESA. And the last name is RESENDED.
Okay, thank you. And if you want to go ahead and tell us about your business and your plans for your alcohol permit?
So this is the El Patron in Greentown. So we're taking over the existing business operations, but applying for a new license. And so, yeah, no changes to policy or anything at the location. But happy to answer any policy questions, anything that the board may have.
There currently is no alcohol permit there.
Oh, sorry, I can remember if we had a previous license, there was a license there, but it was what's the word?
Relinquished?
Relinquished, thank you,
Okay.
relinquished back to the state. So yeah, haven't been in the operations there for a couple of months.
Okay, and how long, is the business been running, or are you in renovations, or is it open?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how long have you been running it?
Currently, he has the new owner
Yeah.
or previous? As a new owner, I've been running it for two months.
Yeah,
2 months.
it's I think it was February.
Yes, February.
Okay, so, but you were previously involved?
Yes,
In what capacity?
I was the general manager there.
Okay, under the previous owners?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you are available, we can meet out there or shortly after the meeting and take care of your final inspection, if that works for you.
Of course.
We have the affidavit, no church or school. Discussion from the board?
Nothing changed plan wise
No.
or anything like that? You
No,
didn't
sir.
change any? Okay.
Look for a motion for somebody.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
We have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. All right. Thank you very much.
There was 2 on that. What was?
Yeah, they go, so it's just because it's a small town, so they have an underlying permit, which is the beer.
Okay,
And then they, I'm losing the word, but anyway, they turn that into a 3-way,
okay,
which is the 210-1.
Okay.
Which is a 3-way without carryout. And
Okay.
that's in small towns, you're allowed to do that. Next item is RR 3443-511, beer, wine, liquor restaurant transfer for the Kokomo Ale House. Thank you.
And Nick World again with Bradford Riley, and with me I have Nina Deeb, new owner for the Ale House.
Sorry, talking to myself. Just go ahead and tell us about the transfer and your role in the business.
Yes, this is just a transfer of the property.
And yes, so Nina is the owner for P&W Foods. This will be her first restaurant permit, right,
Yes.
in Indiana, but I'm excited to take over the existing operations. Not planning on making any changes to, policy and existing operations there. Keeping a lot of the same staff as well, since, have a good team there. So they are planning to go through, their own training policy, or employee training, make sure everything is up to date. Yeah, happy to answer any other questions.
So, excuse me, first operation in Indiana, so you have some other states. Or are you from Indiana?
Sorry, I just said in general, just it's the first.
Okay, because I was like, is she
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be
sorry.
there? Is she gonna be absent? Just how much is she gonna be involved, just to?
Yes, so she, I didn't remember how many days you said you'd be able to be at the location, but we do plan on having a manager at the location as well.
I said my only concern would be, I've seen in the past where people come up and then they try to pass things off on the manager. Well, I didn't know, I wasn't there. She needs to understand she is 100% responsible
Oh,
for
yeah,
anything,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Right, that's my concern.
Yeah.
Don't pass things off on a manager.
Right.
True.
Yeah, we discussed a lot of the,
I'm sure
if violations occur, they all fall back on the ownership. We discussed a lot of that this morning, and previously, just kind of what that needs to look like, in
Right.
terms of, being involved with training, especially with the community that we have here, even if you have regulars, still being vigilant about checking IDs, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've very, very understanding of, what's expected.
And review real quick the hours of the,
So everything will stay the same, the maximum hour, it starts at 11 o'clock and closes 12 AM.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
nothing later than.
which is the same now, right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
changes.
Mhm.
Same thing, or can you meet out there and take care of your inspection
Sure.
after the meeting?
Mhm.
Okay. Any other discussion from the board?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
A motion to approve in a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Any other business for the board? Kokomo Petroleum, yeah, you're good. They received your updated stuff, so you're good to go. Just make sure, maybe next year, double check it and make sure it's accurate before you send it in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
See you soon.
If there's no other business for the board, I look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye,
Aye.
adjourned.